But the key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing, you know. So you got to do things legal, and those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest, and you have to behave like a guest. When you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give some.
I got so much from America, so I feel I need to give something back. Arnold Schwarzenegger made a powerful entrance and left with a bang, like an action movie come to life. The former California governor spoke some hard truths, like the Terminator with no filter, leaving the liberal panel shocked and speechless. If you're tired of weak opinions and want bold commentary, hit that like button and get ready. It's about to get intense.
You are an immigrant. You're an immigrant in this country. Did you have a visceral reaction to what they're doing, what ICE is doing, when you see the videos of it?
Well, I tell you, you said that the immigrant, I'm so proud and happy that I was embraced by the American people like that. I mean, imagine I came over here with the age of 21, with absolutely nothing. And then to create a career like that. I mean, in no other country in the world could you do that.
Arnold Schwarzenegger might be one of the greatest immigrant success stories in American history. He came to the US at 21 with nothing but big dreams and ended up taking over the world. From winning bodybuilding titles to becoming a Hollywood star and even a governor, he's done it all. So when The View invited him, they thought they could use his fame to get him to criticize Trump's views on illegal immigration. But they didn't expect what happened next. Arnold wasn't there to play along. He came to speak his mind honestly and shake things up.
Every single thing, if it's my bodybuilding career, if it's my acting career, becoming governor, the beautiful family that I've created, all of this is because of America.
That's true.
And so this is why I'm so happy to see firsthand that this is the greatest country in the world, and this is the land of opportunity.
Arnold started by talking about how much he loves America, what the country means to him, and everything it's given him. It set the tone, and the crowd loved it. In that moment, he gave the audience exactly what they wanted. A powerful, heartfelt message about how great America is and how every immigrant deserves a chance to chase the American dream. It was honest, emotional, and caught everyone off guard. But what they didn't realize was that this was just the setup. Arnold was getting ready to drop something big that would shock the room and take everyone by surprise.
Key thing also is at the same time that we got to do things legal. That is the important thing, you know. So you got to do things legal, and those people that are doing illegal things in America and that are foreigners, they are not smart. Because when you come to America, you're a guest, and you have to behave like a guest. Like when I go to someone's house and I'm a guest, then I will do everything I can. Keep things clean.
At the end of the clip, you can see Sunny Hostin trying to interrupt Arnold Schwarzenegger. She looked uncomfortable, clearly not happy with where the conversation was going. Just when it seemed like Arnold might support their viewpoint, he flipped the script. Calm and confident, he reminded everyone, the hosts and the audience, that immigrants should come to America legally, with no exceptions. Whether they liked it or not, that was his message. The room got quiet as his words sank in and the applause faded. Arnold wasn't there to play politics. He was there to speak his truth.
And to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that. So that doesn't really work in this country. So I think the important thing is when you become an immigrant, to think about, okay, I go to America because I want to use America for the great opportunities that America has in education, in jobs, creating a family, all of those kind of things. Then you have to think about, okay, if I get all of those things from America, then I have to give something back.
Schwarzenegger shared another strong opinion, and it clearly rattled Sunny Hostin and Joy Behar. He said immigrants in America should act like immigrants, be thankful, follow the law, and give back, not break the rules. He didn't sugarcoat it, and honestly, it was a message many haven't said out loud. The facts support him too. A 2023 report from the Department of Homeland Security showed that over 56,000 non-citizen immigrants were arrested for crimes like murder, assault, and drug trafficking. just in Texas. In total, illegal immigrants faced more than 250,000 criminal charges over a few years. That's not the story The View wanted to highlight, but Schwarzenegger wasn't sticking to their script. He made it clear, immigration is a privilege, not an excuse to break the law. If you come to America, you follow America's rules. Anything else disrespects the opportunity this country gives.
You have a responsibility as an immigrant to give back to America and to pay back to America and to go and do something for your community for no money whatsoever. Give something back to after-school programs, Special Olympics, or whatever it is. Make this country a better place.
The former California governor hit the panel on The View with another tough message. Calm and clear, Schwarzenegger said immigrants shouldn't just think about what they can get from America, they should also think about what they can give back. He criticized the sense of entitlement some people have and reminded everyone that true gratitude means giving back, helping others, and respecting the country that welcomed you. He asked a bold question: how many immigrants have truly given back after gaining freedom, safety, and opportunity in the U.S.? Arnold wasn't attacking immigrants, he is one, but he pushed a hard truth. Are we raising people who contribute or people who complain? His words weren't just criticism, they were a wake-up call. And right on cue, Sonny Hostin didn't like where it was going and pushed back.
Keep things clean and to make my bed and to do everything that is the right thing to do rather than committing a crime or being abusive or something like that.
Don't forget, there's 90% of the people who come here are trying to do the right thing.
They're less likely to commit crimes.
And a lot of what's happening right now is people are getting snatched who shouldn't be snatched out of the country. People who have visas, people who have all those things. So we want all the right people. We don't want people who are doing bad stuff.
But they are less likely. Immigrants are much less likely to commit crimes in this country than actually American-born citizens. And the other thing I just wanted to say is that Governor Newsom did not ask for the National Guard to come to, the federal government to come to California. There are 9,000 local law enforcement officers.
Did you notice Sonny Hostin quickly raise her hand to interrupt Arnold just as he was challenging their entire argument? That's what happens when blunt truth meets woke talking points. Things get uncomfortable fast. Then came her usual response, the claim that U.S.-born citizens commit more crimes than immigrants. It's a common way to distract, shift focus, and hope people don't see what's really being said. But here's the truth. This isn't about comparing crime rates. It's about the rule of law. The real issue is illegal immigration, coming to and staying in the country without permission. Even if no other crimes are committed, being here illegally breaks the law. Deportation isn't about punishment. It's about keeping the system fair and working. But some on the left try to blur that line, twisting stats to fit their story. Thankfully, Schwarzenegger didn't let that happen. He pushed back hard, and even called out Gavin Newsom's failed leadership in the process.
If you were governor right now of California, how would you be handling the ongoing crisis that the state's facing?
Well, I think the most important thing is when you are in a leadership position like that, is that you are inclusive and that you work together with everybody. And so it means that you have to work together with local government, the state government, and the federal government. You have to work together rather than fighting each other. Fighting each other's agendas and all of that stuff, that doesn't do good to...
Let's be honest, Gavin Newsom has made a name for himself as one of California's most ineffective governors. Instead of leading with unity and common sense, like Arnold Schwarzenegger suggested, Newsom chose political drama. He supported protesters and illegal immigrants, and even challenged President Trump to arrest him. More show than substance. That's not real leadership. You don't start fires and then pretend you're trying to put them out. Real leaders calm things down, bring people together, and act before things get worse. But Newsom did the opposite. He fueled the chaos, encouraged the division, and only apologized once it started hurting him politically. By then, the damage was done. California didn't get steady leadership, it got a political arsonist trying to spin his way out of the fire he helped start. But the hosts on The View weren't done yet. They brought up the National Guard, looking for another angle to attack. Arnold, though, wasn't backing down.
The National Guard is under the governor's supervision.
That's right.
Yeah.
But, like for instance, when the National Guard was sent to Iraq during the Iraqi war, I was not the one that said, oh yeah, go to Iraq. The Bush administration came and said, we need those people.
They came
and
to you.
They came to us,
to you.
and we need the resources, we need the equipment, we need the weapons, we need the vehicles to ship to Iraq, and then they ship
It's the
to Iraq.
coordination.
So that's why I say it is very important that we work together. It doesn't matter who is asking whom. The bottom line is we work together in order to solve the problem.
You could almost see Whoopi Goldberg getting uncomfortable as Arnold defended President Trump's choice to send in the National Guard during the protests. Calm and clear, Arnold explained that during chaos, the first job of any leader is to restore order and protect people and property. If that meant calling in the National Guard, then yes, Trump made the right decision. Arnold didn't hold back, and the mood in the room clearly changed. This wasn't what The View had planned. You can imagine the producers panicking behind the scenes, wanting to stop the show. But Arnold wasn't there to follow their script. He was there to speak the truth. And when that truth doesn't match the usual narrative, alarms go off. He completely flipped the segment. Meanwhile, Senator Ilhan Omar criticized Trump over the decision, and Ben Shapiro fired back with a strong response.
Our president spending millions of dollars propping himself up like a failed dictator with a military parade.
We're becoming one of the worst places on earth, according to a woman who came from Somalia, because President Trump had a military parade. But this goes deeper than that for Ilhan Omar. Of course, there's not much about traditional American values that she does like. She is constantly sounding off about the evils of American colonialism, American capitalism. A group of people have been brought to our shores over the course of the last 50, 60 years who really despise the country. And that is one half of the equation, not immigrants.
Ben Shapiro backed up Arnold Schwarzenegger's message with sharp clarity. Immigrants should be thankful for the freedom, safety, and opportunities America gives. That's what the immigrant spirit is all about, gratitude, not complaints. But then there's Ilhan Omar, who often goes on camera to call America a racist and oppressive country, even saying it's one of the worst in the world. That's a huge insult to all the immigrants who came here with hope and a desire to give back. And it brings up an obvious question. If she thinks America is so bad, why stay? Even more, how did a country she sees as broken give her the chance to become a member of Congress? The contradiction is hard to ignore. And with that, we wrap up today's video. If you liked this honest take on politics, hit the like button and subscribe for more.